Hey, howdy, hey. Long time no see. I thought that today I would film a few videos and start posting again. Life has been crazy. We all know life has been crazy. I'm back and I thought today I would film a little get ready with me. Also, please ignore everything that you can see behind me because my room is a disaster. It's fine. So I already have my hair done because it's easiest for me to do first, and my clothes and everything, and I've washed my face. So my next step is going to be I have a ton of the little small bottles, but the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair is really fantastic. If you use Clinique, this would be your step 2, your toner. I am currently out of my Clinique product, so I'm using my Estee Lauder product for my toner anyway. Now, this next collection of steps is going to be kind of crazy if you don't already know these tricks. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my Dramatically Different from Clinique on my face and avoid my under eye area. You can see I'm ducking under my bangs. Don't forget your forehead. I sometimes forget my forehead and then it dries out and I get really angry about it. The next step you're going to do is you're going to put on an eye cream under your eye. I'm going to use the Advanced Night Repair Eye, but this part doesn't particularly matter because we aren't using this entirely for the cream itself and more for what the cream will help other things do. Now before any of that dries, yes, this is the crazy part. We're going to get a translucent powder. I'm using the Airspun, $6 at Walmart. I love it. And you're going to gently pat it into your under eye. Now what we're doing with this under eye is we are creating like an artificial eye lift basically. I saw this on TikTok and gave it a try one time. And I can't remember who the user was that I saw this. But I absolutely loved it and just really liked what it did for my under eyes as someone who has dark circles and has kind of prominent under eye bags. Then you're gonna get your big brush and just lightly, not a lot, put that translucent powder on top of your moisturizer over the rest of your face. Now again, the face part, it's not a lot. You're not packing it on like you did for the under eye. You're just kind of adding a little bit of presence to your moisturizer. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to get a solid concealer, whether that is clay or a stick or from a concealer palette, your preference. I will be using the Tarte Clay Stick in Fair. And you're just going to hit that under eye section. Now there are a lot of tricks with concealer to do different looks, like the supermodel look and everything. I particularly don't like that one on myself just because of the makeup that I wear. It's not my favorite. But if you guys want to see that, I can certainly do a little makeup look with that. Anyway, I'm blending this out just a little. Then you're going to get your liquid concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. I've tried a lot of concealers in my time, and I really like the Tarte concealers. Now, if you're using the small one, I recently bought the big one, and the brush is not my favorite, the size of the brush. But if you're using the small one, you want to do the V shape underneath. If you're using the big one and it's fresh and you have a ton of concealer on this brush, just do a little swipe. Because you don't need a lot at all. It goes everywhere. You're going to get your brush, blend that out. And now we look like the opposite of a raccoon, but it's fine. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to use your setting spray. I'm using the Midnight Final Seal. This is actually what the characters in Disney use. It's a so you know, If it's tried and true by Disney princesses who always look fantastic, you gotta go with it. And yes, we used it on that powder over moisturizer and not on top of a foundation or anything. Next up is a primer. I'm using the One Heck of a Blot from Soap and Glory. I'm not the most primer proficient person. I like this one. It's also the only one I've really used. So if there's a better one, please let me know. I'm using my brush because I want to avoid the eye area where we already did our concealer. Now if you have any other spots on your face that you want to conceal, this is going to be the time to do it. I have a little bit of a flare up on my cheek, so I'm just going to hit that just a little bit. And I actually have one on my eyebrow. You can't see it, but I'm going to hit that just in case too. And because I'm currently blonde and my eyebrows are very dark brown, I'm actually going to put concealer inside of my eyebrow. It's going to look crazy, but there's a method here. I'm going to blend that out. Now I am not rubbing my eyebrows, I am just patting it down. The brush is more focused on the concealer that is on my skin around the eyebrow than what is in the hair itself. But you can see it blends out the concealer in the hair as well. Now would be the time to do your foundation. I'm going to use the Smashbox Camera Ready BB in Fair. I'm a fair person. And with everything going on, this is completely optional because most of your face is covered by a face mask right now anyway. But I'm doing this just so that we can get the full effect of the look. Now the BB cream I like because it is really light. I've gone through a lot of phases where I have switched between really heavy coverage, no coverage, light coverage, stuff like that. I'm currently kind of feeling that lighter coverage, but still gonna even everything out, so that's why I like that BB cream. Now my next step that I like to do is my eyebrows. So I'm gonna use my Burt's Bees eyebrow pencil. If you haven't tried the Burt's Bees eyebrow pencil and you like pencils, even if you don't like pencils, honestly, give this one a try. It wasn't expensive. I want to say it was like $8, and it's been through, I think, 3 years of blonde, where I'll go blonde for a couple months throughout the year, generally, and it has absolutely survived all of that time, and it's a really great product. Alright, today I think we're going to do a really natural look. So the next step we're going to go is for our eyeshadow. And I am using my Naked Smoky palette, but the colors that I will be using are very natural nudes. So you can really use whatever palette you like. I'm starting off with 13. It is not quite a white, but it's going to be a good base color. It's slightly pink toned. I'm just going to apply that all over the lid, up into the eyebrow. My next one I will be using is called Combust. It is a pink color, but it's more like a gray toned pink, so it's very muted. I'm only going to apply that on the lid very lightly. This will not be our main color. Now the next one I'm using is High. It is a sparkly pink. This is our main color for the lid. Putting it on top of that Combust will make the pink more present in the color, while not actually turning your eye pink. And then the final step for eyeshadows, I'm going to get that Whiskey. It is a dark brown, just on the tip of my round brush. And I'm going to gently dab it onto that corner, but only in the crease area. then I'm just going to blend it. I go about halfway or right onto the large part of my eyebrow. And I don't do this super heavy. You can do it heavier. I have done both, but right now I'm not. And you can see I didn't bring it down or anything. It is really just in that crease and then just a little connection at the corner of the eye. My next step is my eyeliner. I am using, I don't know how to pronounce this. This was a gift. It's like Duke graphic pen eyeliner. So this is like the felt tip gel kind of liner. And I'm starting halfway and going to the corner. And then at that halfway point, you're just going to blend it into the eyelashes. You're not going to bring it to the corner. And then for your wing, I like to then go at that corner, figure out where I'm aiming it. If it's going to be a higher or a lower wing, I'm going to aim kind of where that eyeshadow is looking and just drag it up. And then connect them. And the tilt of my head was really weird, so I had a little mishap, but I just grabbed that with my finger. I didn't have to use any makeup remover or anything. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. Right, next we're going to do our mascara. I am going to be using more than one mascara simply because I'm showing you what I'm currently using with what I have. My personal favorite mascara that I use, that I usually won't layer when I have, but I'm currently out of it, is going to be that Estee Lauder Pure Color MV Multi Effects. I really love the brush on this, which is why I still have the dead one. Because it has one of the ones where it's the brush has two sides that do two different things. I love it. But right now I'm starting with Essence What the Fake. It is a $5 mascara that I found at Ulta. So I thought I'd show you this because mascara can be uber expensive. How this looks for just a $5 product. We can see this is what my eyelashes are looking like naturally. Now this is the difference with and without. So it's actually pretty good for being only $5. I do like it, but it doesn't exactly give me the lash effect that I prefer to have, so I have been layering it with another product. That other mascara I'll be using is the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme. It's a little one, which is why it's kind of random and I'm layering it right now. I got it in the last free gift that I had from them. It's pretty good, but it's not the multi-effects, you know? I'm just going to put that on top, and then I'll show you guys the difference when they're layered versus when they're not. So you can see it just added a lot of length and clarity to the lash up here, then on the side, which still has just the one. Now, because we're doing a look as if I'm not going to cover all of this up with a mask, the next step is going to be our contour. I'm using the Anastasia powder contour kit. Light to medium. I'm fair. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to get the middle brown. The middle brown because that looks best on my skin. It's not too dark and it's not too red. The other twos are kind of red, so I only use that when I'm going for a heavier makeup look. Now all I'm going to do is lightly pat that on my brush and then just put it underneath that where that natural shadow is on my cheekbones. Now usually when I don't have bangs, I then will go into the forehead, but because I have bangs, I'm not going to bother wasting the product. But I do like to do just that little help with my chin, my jawline. We all need a little help, right? I also hit the sides of my nose just a little bit. If I'm going for a more defined look, I will use a smaller brush, but because I'm only just gonna hint at that shadow, I'm just doing the very tip of my big brush. And I'm just gonna lightly onto the side there. So you can see it's not much at all. It just kind of helps add that little bit of definition. Now I'm grabbing that yellow and putting it underneath that just a little bit. I'm yellow toned, that's why I use the yellow. It looks fine. If you're not yellow toned, use the pink. That looks great as well. I've somehow misplaced the blush that I was going to use, so instead we're going to use our Estee Lauder blush in Pink Kiss. It comes with a little brush. I'm just going to hold that in. It's very light. It has a little bit of sparkle, and it's not very red in color. I'm just going to get that onto our little, this is an e.l.f. blush brush. I actually really like it. Some of the e.l.f. brushes are not stiff enough for me, but this one is really nice. We're just going to rub that onto the apple, into the cheekbone, then across the top of the nose. And you can blend that out a little bit depending on what it looks like. Next is our highlight. I'm using the Lancome Dual Finish in Shimmering Buff. I'm just going to lightly dab that onto the same blush brush and pat it onto the high of the cheekbone. Some people will put highlight all over the face. Usually I just do on top of the cheekbone and maybe the tip of the nose. And last but not least, we're going to be doing a lip product. Now, most of the time I'll do a chapstick if I'm going for this natural look, just to brighten up and, the natural lip color. Today I will be using this Giorgio Armani lipstick that I got at, I believe, a TJ Maxx or Marshall's. It is a perfect match nude for my lips. So I'm just going to be showing you guys what that looks like. Now because it is a perfect match, it basically serves the same purpose as a chapstick, except it's going to have a little more presence to it than just a little bit of that glossy look. If you're wondering about the color, I just looked at the package. It is number 100 Skin. It is an actual perfect match for my lip color, which I didn't realize until I had bought it and put it on, because it was at a TJ Maxx or Marshall's, so I couldn't try it. But I'm not mad about it because I had always wanted to know what the lipstick from Giorgio Armani felt like, and because it's a natural color, I can just see how it feels on my lips and on my face, and establish if I want to try actually buying another color from Giorgio Armani. And with that, we're just going to do one more final seal spray, focusing on the eyes mostly. Of course, you know, spray everywhere. So then that is our final makeup look. It is very natural, but not so natural that it is like the model natural or anything like that. Like, it's a very good, like, I'm wearing makeup, but I'm not wearing a lot of makeup kind of look. So anyway, thank you for getting ready with me. I don't know what kind of stuff I will start uploading, but we'll see. Thank you so much for watching, and comment any suggestions or responses to what I did today. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. Who knows what I will be doing. I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Next is our concealer.